It's the last chapter of Would You Rather Week.
They say the Carolina heat isn't something to keep in.
Robs and Luke and I are going to the Mall of America tonight. Woo! I said last week I'd give you some mass communication notes, so here they are. This one is Connor punching Mickey Mouse, but look, Super Keith is coming to save the day. This is a man named Nipko. Over there in the margin you can see that I did some crazy squiggly lines, and up here is a definition for some crazy genre of music that apparently there are radio stations for based on Wikipedia, and it says a continuum of spatial imagery and emotion. Sounds like you need to be on ecstasy. Those of you seeking answers will find them here. For Luke's question, would I rather be married to someone that I love more than she loves me, or married to someone who loves me more than I love her? I would be married to someone that loves me more than I love her. The alternative would make me the insecure kind of guy that I am. It would make me feel like maybe we weren't right for each other, maybe she had found someone that made her happier, something like that. It's just completely irrational things, but I would still think them, and that's why I would love someone less than she loves me. For Keith's question, would I rather think I'm right but be as wrong as I can be, end up changing the world for the worse, and then like 100 years later we all realize it was for the worse, but at the time everyone thought I was right. I thought I was right, everyone else thought I was right. Or would I rather be right and have everyone else think I'm wrong and do nothing about it? And I'm going to go ahead and pick be completely wrong, even though I think I'm right, everyone else thinks I'm right, and I would change the world. Mostly because if I think I'm right, then obviously I'm not wrong for me. Even if the idea itself is wrong, if I think I'm right, then to me I'm right. And if I'm right, that's what I should be doing. So my personal feeling is if I thought I was right, I would be changing the world doing that. Even if 100 years later, when I'm dead and I don't care anymore, it turns out I was wrong. When I was doing it, that's what I thought was right, and that's what I would do. Would I rather be blind or deaf? I'm going to have to go ahead and say I would be deaf. Mostly because if I'm deaf, I can still function. I mean, you know, I can go out and drive. I can attend work meetings.
You legally can't drive. I'm sorry.
Dustin Weed, who you can't, right there he is, just informed me that I can't actually drive if I'm deaf. But I'm going to go ahead and say I'm not completely deaf. I can still hear noises, things like that. So, I mean, like, I could feel vibrations from if a car horn honked, you know, I could feel the air vibrations, pull like a Beethoven, and that's how I compose, is I can feel the vibrations in the air. I would be that kind of deaf, because not only, I could still technically listen to music. I mean, you can pull Beethoven, like I mentioned. You can also do everything else. When you're blind, not only do you have to learn to read Braille, which for me would be a lot harder than learning sign language, I think being blind would just hinder me in so many different ways. I mean, I could plug my ears and still read lips, things like that. If I'm blind, I have no idea what's going on. I can't see that, oh, I'm going to get hit in the head with this frisbee, oh shit. And that's a problem. That's a problem. So I'm going to have to go ahead and go with deaf. Connor's question. This one was kind of tough for me. First, because I had to think of what genre of music I hated the most, and that's easy. Terribly written dance music. Example. Here's how it goes, it's about who you know. Okay. Now, I'd either have to listen to that all the time, or just not be able to listen to music ever. And Dustin Weed and myself would both go with listen to no music ever. Basically because for him, bluegrass just pisses the hell out, and I just can't stand terribly written dance music for longer than about, 5-10 minutes. So we're both going to have to stand the silence. So my question is going to be, would you rather have no emotion, just completely apathetic? You're never sad, never happy, never angry, never pissed off, never content? Or would you rather experience the extreme of every emotion? You know, like, oh man, I'm kind of sad becomes, holy shit, my life sucks, I'm going to kill myself. Or, oh, that was pretty cool, turns into, oh, that was awesome! Oh, yes! Woo! Well, that was weird. I'm going to have to go ahead with that extreme one, because that would just be cool for me, you know, little things like, hey, I can see that bird there. That's a pretty bird. Become, wow, that bird made my day. I am so happy I saw that bird. Awesome. And, I mean, I could take that even hand in hand with the, oh, pissed. It's raining outside. I hate my life. Let me go grab my noose. So, GQs, I can't wait to hear your answers. I'm excited for your videos. All of our loyal viewers, if you want to answer this, you can do so right ahead down in the comments. That would be perfect. It would make my day to read your comments. I'm excited to hear from you, and I will see you next Friday. As a bonus for Would You Rather Week, this question came up as Tough Todd and I were walking to Sanford one day for lunch. So here's Tough Todd's question for the GQs as a bonus. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I think it'd be entertaining. So here we go. This is verbatim what Todd said to me. Would you rather on Northrop Mall, just this big open area, everybody can see you, big grass field, there's cameras, they're watching you, it's being live broadcast on the news, everything, and you are getting the shit beat out of you, just absolutely just by this tiny little Asian girl. She might be like 4'8", just tiny, and she's just yelling and cursing at you in Chinese. She doesn't know Kung Fu or anything. She's just like slapping and kicking you, and you were just getting destroyed by this Chinese lady. Just, oh my gosh, just clobbered. Would you rather have that happen, or you'd be at Ragstock, you know, it's dimly lit, used clothing kind of store, it's kind of musty smelling, and you're just looking at t-shirts over in the corner, you know, they got a sale on flannel for $6, something funny like that, and just out of nowhere, just somebody comes up, fists you right in the butt, just 2 quick thrusts. Nobody knows about it but you do have to go to the doctor because you're pretty sure there's some internal damage. So, boil it down, would you rather get your ass handed to you by a tiny little Asian girl so everyone in the world knows it, or get fisted in Ragstock where only you know about it and the person that fisted you knowing about it, but you have to go to the doctor? This will be interesting.